Horium, sleeping place, for utsong. Another useful word for capturing that nebulous, Latin nebulosus, cloudy sense of foreboding that hangs over you first thing in the morning, is matutulapia, a classical word literally meaning grief of the dawn. Other Anglo-Saxon words for dawn are compounds, a common way of forming new words in Old English and all Germanic languages. Dai rim, literally border of the day, refers to dawn as the beginning of a new day. Dai ro, whose second element means ray, figures the dawn as the bringer of light. This image lies behind other terms such as rodor litang, illumination of the heavens, and dai red, describing the colour of the sky. The later Middle Ages added some nicely uplifting words, such as springing and uprising. The 15th century also saw the adoption into English of the name of Aurora, the Roman goddess of the dawn, as well as the word Orient. Orient is used today to refer to the countries of the East. The word originates in Latin, oriri, to rise, and so referred to the East as the land of the rising sun. The Occident, the equivalent term for the West, has its origins in the Latin occidere, to go down, land of the setting sun. The image of the rising sun as an opening eye lies behind the 16th century terms peeping and peep of the day, a more dramatic image in which the sun breaks through, which survives in modern English, daybreak and crack of dawn, is found in breach of the day, sunbreak, prick of the day, and creak, from a Dutch verb meaning burst through. By contrast with these poetic terms and images they conjure up, the 19th century dialect sparrow farts, "The mun be up by sparrow farts, or thou'll be too late," seems rather crude. Having established that there is no excuse to linger in bed any longer, it is time to consult the calendar, from Latin calendae, the term for the first day of the Roman month, before throwing back the covers and preparing for the day ahead. The days of the week. The names we give to the days of the week go back to Old English and were formed by simply translating the Latin equivalents. The Romans labelled the days of the week after the planets, which in turn were named after the Roman gods and goddesses. In most cases, the Roman names have continued in use in the modern Romance languages, languages derived from Latin, the language of Rome. Compare, for instance, Latin dies lunae, dies martis, dies mercurii, dies Jovis, dies Veneris, with French lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, and vendredi. In rendering these into English, the Anglo-Saxons replaced the Roman deities with equivalents from the Germanic pantheon: Greek Pan, all, and Theos, God. So on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we see the replacement of the Roman gods Mars, Mercury, Jove, Venus, with the Germanic gods Tyr, Woden, the Anglo-Saxon equivalent of the Norse god Odin, Thunor, the Anglo-Saxon version of Norse Thor, and Frigg, Odin's wife. The Roman days named after the sun and the moon, dies solis and dies lunae, were also translated into Old English, giving us Sunday and Monday. A similar pattern of replacement could be seen in other Germanic languages, such as German. Compare German Montag, Monday, Donnerstag, Thursday, literally Thunder Day, and Freitag, Friday. Dienstag, Tuesday, appears to show the replacement of the Roman god Mars with an alternative Germanic deity. The same origin lies behind Dutch Dinsdag. An alternative theory suggests that the first element is a term for a public assembly or a council. But instead of naming Wednesday after the Germanic god Woden, modern German has adopted the more prosaic alternative, Mittwoch, midweek. This may originate in a translation of the Latin name, Media Hebdomas, middle of the week, used after the spread of Christianity throughout the Roman Empire, in preference to a term referring to a pagan deity. Saturday is the odd one out, since here the Roman deity was preserved in English. Thus Latin dies Saturni, day of Saturn, became Old English Saturnis Dech. But where English preserves the Latin name,